Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, lived from 1904 to 1991. And during that time, he published over 60 children's books. He is best known for his best-selling books, Green Eggs and Ham, The Cat in the Hat, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, Horton Hears a Who, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There have been numerous adaptations of his work, including 11 television specials, 3 feature films, and a Broadway musical. And so this morning I want to take a look at the title story from one of his books called The Sneetches and Other Stories, published in 1961. In this story, the Sneetches were quite obviously a divided society. Those with stars on their bellies thought they were better than the plain belly Sneetches. They never invited the plain bellies to picnics or parties. And their children wouldn't play or talk with the other type of Sneetch. Not only did the starbelly Sneetches think they were better than the plain bellies, but also, and perhaps this is the greater tragedy, the plain belly Sneetches thought so too. At some level, they accepted their inferiority instead of rejecting the second-rate label placed upon them. Although they were despised by the starbelly Sneetches, they wanted to become like them. Then one day, someone came to town who could give the plain bellies a ray of hope. It seemed that Sylvester McMonkey McBean had heard of their troubles and had invented a machine to fix them. It doesn't look like it's advancing. I'm going to give you a signal. Go. Go. All the plain bellies had to do was walk through McBean's machine after paying a small fee, and it would put a star on their tummies, making them look like the starbellies. And lo and behold, the machine worked. And for the first time in a long time, the formerly plain-belly Sneetches had smiles on their faces. Everyone was the same. Nobody on the surface, at least, was better than anyone else. This, however, presented a problem for the original starbellies. After all, they kind of liked things the way they were before. They liked being king on the hill and looking down on the other Sneetches. But fortunately for them, or so it seemed, Sylvester McMonkey McBean also had a machine to fix their problem. And it worked by removing, for a fee of course, the stars from the Sneetches' bellies. Now the original star bellies became plain. But at least they were distinguishable again from the other group of Sneetches, and of course they were better. The Sneetches with stars responded by having their stars removed, again for a small fee. And those without stars had them put back on and on it goes. Until everyone was happy with the vicious cycle, was unhappy with the vicious cycle that had been created. Everyone except Sylvester McMonkey McBean, who skipped town with a truckload of money, 2 slick machines, and a sly, victorious smile. Our world has a lot to learn from the Sneetches. It would seem that we are much more prone to dwell on our differences than to build up our common humanity. In Arizona, a state law aimed at identifying, prosecuting, and deporting illegal immigrants has instead become an invitation for harassment and discrimination against Hispanics, regardless of their citizenship status. In New York, a Muslim group which is trying to get an Islamic mosque built near Ground Zero has encountered opposition from the community because of their religion. The pain of New Yorkers is real, but the bigotry being thrown at Muslims must stop. And all across America, gays and lesbians continue to experience separation from the rest of the population through the denial of our right to join in holy matrimony with the people we love. And most Christian denominations continue to deny our rights to serve as ministers within their church. There is no denying the fact that we live in a sneechy kind of world, a world in which we divide people by race, religion, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, economic status, and physical and mental ability. A world in which there are those who have stars upon their bellies and those who do not. A world that refuses to accept that we are all part of the same family regardless of the imagined stars upon our bellies. A world that has yet to get smart, as the Sneetches fortunately did at the end of our story. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs.